What's up, everybody? Bob Walters, Brett Grasso from the Broncos Studios. Locked Up Sports Divisional weekend in the NFL, and it should be a good one. 2 games today, 2 tomorrow. By tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow evening, we will find out who will be playing in Championship Sunday. Brett, what's up? How you doing?
What's
Ready
going
to go?
on? Love it. Love this divisional weekend. You know, wrapping up, a nice wild card weekend. This is what we're waiting for, right? We're waiting for like Bills at Broncos. Give Sean Payton a bye week. Bo Nix, young guy. Josh Allen, can he finally do it when all these other quarterbacks aren't in it?
Yeah,
Got a lot going on, man.
Sam Darnold, is he hurt? He came up. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, Sam Darnold showed up on the injured list, questionable for an oblique.
Oblique
that he hurt.
Throwing.
That he hurt.
Throwing.
Yeah. Twisted,
it's
pulled
not
it.
like he got hit. But what happens with that is that means that no question does it affect your throwing motion. Yeah, that's literally something. He has not now thrown in 2 days. They're saying.
I heard. I heard he held the bong hit.
Is this real, Bob? Is this real? Or
I heard he held the bong
BS?
hit in too long, and he pulled it while he was coughing.
No, that's clearly a not enough bong hit situation.
No, I think it's real because I think they have to put him on. The feds are like indicting people all over the place for any kind of violation you get, and if you don't put that on, you get in big trouble because it affects the gambling and everything like that. They just indicted 26 college basketball players for fixing games, but he said his quote today was, "There's a less than 0% chance that I won't play." So I mean, it's going to be he's playing. Let's keep it where it is. He's playing. Is he going to be hurt? In fact, it's probably not that bad. He was listed as questionable. I think it's not going to be a non-factor.
He hasn't thrown in 2 days. He did not go in the final practice, which is like we're running through. These are what we're running. We might have this trick play in this spot. Let's make sure we got it all right. Like
he didn't go through the walkthrough. He didn't do the walkthrough.
And even better, it's right. But even on the fight, not yesterday, not 2 days ago, not yesterday. And that's you're already like pushing in a week like this. It all feels like a short week in one of these weeks. But he didn't hurt it like in a game. He heard it throwing it like 50% in practice, which means what's going to happen when he throws it 100% in the game? Or I mean, God forbid he's going to get hit.
And he's already.
No, I think this does play a bigger factor than they realize, which may not be a bad thing. You got to lay on your running game. You see Charbonnet can have a big day. He carried them really all year. So it's, we'll see.
You're not going to get any sympathy from the Niners, though, because they are just, the whole team is out. Kittle's obviously out now.
But
his career's probably over.
Year.
Yeah, they have done it all year. You're right. All year.
So it's not like there's been different guys. And shockingly, the guy who they were most worried about coming into the year, Christian McCaffrey, has been the guy who's been the most consistent since he's come back. Yeah,
but he was out for the first 4 or 5 games, right? Or like 2 through 7 or something.
He's not going to make it. He's got the double shin splints. Oh, my God, what is he going to do? And he's the only reason they're even in this position. And now Brock Purdy's, he's back. And can he be that Brock Purdy from the playoffs that we saw in his rookie season? So you're going to learn a lot today. I think it's such a wide open thing. There's a lot of question marks because is Sam Darnold the real deal? Is Brock Purdy going to be able to take this beleaguered, injured 49ers team to, another NFC championship?
And a Super Bowl. I mean,
Seattle's defense. Or are we talking about all the wrong things right now, and it's Seattle's defense?
It might be Seattle's defense. But Seattle's defense I've seen not show up, though, too. I've watched Seattle games where they haven't shown up. The Rams.
Not going to show up versus CMC. Like a guy like that who can just hit you from anywhere. If you take away something from him, he's just going to do something else. You can't take him away. You can take away whether he runs it. You can take away whether he
you double him. But then somebody else has to step up. But that's the thing. It's the problem when you have all these injuries. I don't know if there's anybody else really to step up.
No, it is, and that was Kittle. I mean, to lose Kittle in that situation
sucks for Kittle.
So hard.
Right?
For
Career's probably over.
Such a big deal. But the truth is, people act like, and I know he's so good. No, he'll play. But you act like there's nobody who replaces him. But no, another tight end steps in, and they're not like nobody. It's not like me or you stepping in. So there is some flow to the offense. This isn't new to them. They've been dealing with injuries all year. So I just think it's.
I think it's a smoke and mirrors. I think they've been doing it with smoke and mirrors. And Philadelphia, Philadelphia had the ball on the 15-yard line with a chance to win the game. They couldn't stick it in the end zone. They've been inconsistent all year. San Francisco played well, don't get me wrong. But Philadelphia kind of lost that game. And San Francisco had the shot at this game right here was played 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago with a chance for the home field in this game.
I know.
So it's going to be interesting.
What do you think? What do you think we're looking at in this game?
I think it could be. I think it could be I think it could be a Seattle blowout, but I don't think it will be. I think they kind of keep. What's the line is? I have it right here.
I don't know.
I think, right there.
Know.
Here we go. It's 7. It's 7. Seattle -7.
Wow,
over under
really?
46.5. Yeah, because of the injuries. That's why they're -7. Because of the injuries in their home. That's a tough place to go play.
We talked about it all year, and I said that's going to be a very big determining factor. I didn't think that Seattle had a path, even though they're that good, outside of being that home team, and they are. But I don't think it's going to be a runaway like you're saying. I really believe we're getting into a, San Francisco really late CMC. Even if they're down by 2 touchdowns, you're not out of this game. There's no way you're out of this game. I think that they're, I don't know.
Seattle goes up 2 touchdowns, you're in trouble. San Francisco's in trouble.
That's not what happens. I think you're much more likely for San to be throwing a pick early, San Francisco to have an early CMC touchdown, and they're down by 2 touchdowns at half. And I know that's like, whoa, it's so far against the whatever. I'm just saying that it's going to be a special teams play and a fumble early and someone getting injured on an offensive line that we're not talking about that's going to affect the whole difference in this game. And, we've seen it a million times. It's something we're not talking about, but I just wouldn't count them out by a touchdown in a playoff game. San Francisco, guys who have been there, proven it before, played well. Versus Sam Darnold, I've watched Sam Darnold way too many times in clutch.
Yeah.
You know what I saw?
No, stop. Nothing. Nothing I was going to say. What do you need to tell me? You're right. Nothing. And now he's got the oblique from the bong hits. So who knows? I mean,
listen, this is where you lean into it. You go just like a true, say, alcoholic, maybe even a pothead. You wake up, you crack that beer, you rip that bong, Sam. You take that Toradol injection. It is game time.
That's what they gave me with my kidney stones. Was Toradol.
I won't take any of the other stuff. Like, don't give me any opiates. Could care less.
But it's only good when they shoot it. When you shoot it.
Shoot me up.
They give me the Toradol pills. I don't want them.
But you can only take it for like 2 days.
When they give me the needle,
it's very toxic. So
is it? I don't know anything about it, but I know I hear Toradol. I'm like, all right.
You can only take it for like 2 days or whatever it is, and all this other stuff. So it doesn't like.
I'm like, you're giving it to me through the IV, right? You're not giving me the pills,
right? And it won't. But you're exactly right. Like you think that you want opiates, and you're like, give me the morphine, and
no, the opiates just give you a headache. They're just miserable,
right? It makes you like pretend like you're happy. It doesn't make you feel better. You're just like, hey, you're happy.
No, the Toradol is where it's
Toradol, Sam, rip it up. But the problem is, I think second half. I think the Toradol wears off at halftime. I think Sam has a bad second half. They go stagnant, and we have issues. It's a Toradol.
The Toradol ball
for the Niners.
Now is we went now. Yeah, listen, you took a big lead. You went from bong hits to Toradol addiction real quick. I mean, we had Sam Darnold jumping the ship real quick.
That's what Vegas has is they have 7 points on Toradol.
Yeah, it's 14 in the second half. The line
7 points sponsored by Toradol.
Now, is this just a game to go to see who goes to lose next week against the Rams and the Bears?
No.
I mean, Seattle has already beaten the Rams. We know that, but took a miracle.
I think the Bears have a hard time going to Seattle and winning. I think the Rams beat Seattle in Seattle. And I think San Francisco puts up a pretty good fight versus either team. Where would it be? In San Francisco?
No, San Francisco's like the 5. It would either be in Chicago as the 2, obviously, or it would be in San Francisco. I think it would be in San Francisco.
So that's interesting. So I believe all routes lead to a good game. I think all those routes, like in Seattle versus either team, is a pretty good game. I think going to Chicago is a pretty good game for the other one, but San Francisco, LA and San Francisco, hold on. That's the matchup.
I'm wrong. It would be San Francisco because the 4 seed is the Rams, the 5 seed is the Niners. So the Rams would get the game. Okay. So indoors.
There's the Rams route. There's the Rams easy route, and that's win.
And then they get the Niners. Yeah. So they're rooting for the Niners. Right. But they're both rooting for the Niners. They're both rooting for the Niners.
Clear as day.
The Bears are rooting for the Niners, too.
Bears are the team that is going to be a pest.
Because Seattle wins.
Fight tooth and nail.
I'm telling you, Bears, Bills. Bears, Bills. I told you before the playoffs started, Bears, Bills. And the Bears, because the Bears, I mean the Bears, and you know what? They're all about themselves. They think they're team of destiny. You got the coach blowing off the Packers coach. You got him saying "F the Packers" in the locker room. They're in there. Just they think they're the team of destiny.
They're just trying to establish themselves.
Bottom line is if Seattle wins, the game is in Seattle next week.
I have very little faith. If you're relying your whole faith on Sam Darnold coming through and being that guy,
I know that
you're
going
talking
to the Super
the
Bowl.
wrong person.
Imagine
You're
he goes to
talking
the
to
Super
the
Bowl.
wrong person. I'm wearing a Jets hat. I've watched Sam Darnold say, I'm seeing ghosts out there, and I've seen games this year where the exact copy of the ghost game, and it's went real bad. When it goes bad for Sam Darnold in Seattle, it goes horribly bad, and it's even in some of the games where they won at the end, so I'll give him a little credit, because there's games where he blew it so bad on his, like, 4th turnover.
Is he Trent Dilfer? Is he the Trent Dilfer? Is he Trent Dilfer winning the Super Bowl if they win? No, he's better. He's better, right?
No.
He's better than Trent Dilfer was for the Ravens.
Okay, I will, because that's different. Trent Dilfer with the Ravens is like, you know.
Ravens were all-time defense. Ravens were all-time defense.
No, they were one of those defenses that you were scared of. Like,
yeah,
you didn't
Bears,
want,
like
if you
Bears.
saw them in the bar, you would have ran. Like, it had nothing to do with football.
Yeah.
It was about getting killed out there.
But Sam's in the bathroom with the Toradol at the bar.
No, listen. Sam's like, someone get me my ghost and shoot me up with my juice.
My
like,
Toradol.
Yeah, the ghosts are here for the Toradol.
I mean, listen, I think this game
have less faith in Sam, but he'll prove me wrong over and over, like every former Jet now good.
Yeah. There you go. You got it. Now former Jet, now good.
You know?
Now you got now this game doesn't interest. Now for some reason these West Coast, this game doesn't interest me at all. Like I'm gonna watch it obviously, but I can't get into.
I am waiting for
Seahawks.
Sam. No, I'm just waiting for Sam to throw picks and fumble. Like hold it one beat too long, fumble. Pass that's just a little off, gets tipped, returned. Like it's going to be a little bit of that early. And
would it be a better game if it was the Eagles?
I hate the Eagles. No, it is a better game if it's.
It is a better game, right?
Versus who? Versus San Francisco.
Against Seattle.
No, I know, but
obviously Seattle got the bye.
No, I know how it should have worked. I'm saying what game? No, like I don't think so. I want to see San Francisco, Seattle. That's the West Coast matchup. That's the rivalry. That's like CMC. Can we do it? Like Brock Purdy. Like they got healthy at the right time. Like even though there's a couple guys out now. Like
yeah, they got McCaffrey, right? They got Kittle hurts because he's the go-to guy. From receiving, he's a big time block. He's a good blocker out there, and he makes big plays. He's a veteran. He's a Hall of Famer. He's walking into the Hall of Fame.
They lost Fred Warner in the year earlier in the year. All year, Nick Bosa out all year. They had a rough year, man. Like a rough year.
Yeah, rough year. From the get go.
Brock Purdy was out. Brock Purdy was out. They had Mac Jones back there winning games.
They were talking about a controversy, but Mac Jones is their big hero. He went in there and won 6 games out of nowhere. And then when Purdy came back, I remember
contract, and he's going to go ruin the Jets' life next year with a big contract.
But I remember when Purdy came back, they were like, he better play well, otherwise they're going to stick with Mac Jones.
Yeah,
and they obviously he did play well. He played all right. He's not great.
Oh, and Mac Jones is the guy who would have really blown it. No, Brock Purdy at least is calm. He's cool. He's just you need chill. If you're a guy who's happy feet in the playoffs, it's over. You need a guy who doesn't matter what game it is, which is Brock Purdy. I don't know if that's his thing. He is known as he don't care about nothing. Like no, you could say that, but I'm sorry. Anxiety plays one of the biggest roles in these
kickers.
games.
Look at the kickers.
They play great for all these regular season matchups, even clutch parts of the regular season. But once it's like do or die, something changes. You either become great or you fold. And there's a whole bunch of guys who fold under that pressure, and you don't find out until you're in it. You might be a great athlete, but until you're up in the World Series, all of a sudden you're only average. All of a sudden now, every time the ball you see it looks like a beach ball. You're crushing it. That's the guys step up. It's a real thing. Like it's a real thing.
I agree it is. And you see it with kickers all the time. These guys missing these extra points and these field goals and whatnot.
And some the other way, you see guys who are like, I have to make this kick. Now he never makes that kick, and he's like, I'm just making that kick. And like they ask more of them.
The kick,
He's like, you never. They're like, oh, what are they doing? They can't roll him out there.
Well, like the Ravens did that. You know, they missing that kid. That guy didn't miss from 50 all year. He's one of the best. He's a rookie.
No, you know what happens is the conditions change so dramatically in the playoffs. Even in the nicer areas, it's like 30-mile-an-hour winds, or it's like, and it's not the same, like freezing balls and like the things, you know, are sitting like, it's just very different than all year. Like, this guy made it all. It was 75 degrees in Jacksonville on a perfect sunny day when he made all those balls.
Of course. But hey,
it's Green Bay in January. It's Chicago in no. Good luck in the Windy City making field goals.
Is this weird? Is this weird to see? Kind of a game without a high-end superstar in a divisional playoff game. There's no superstar quarterbacks on either side. You know, Brock Purdy's not a superstar. He's not one of the top. He's not top 10. He might be outside the top 10. Sam Darnold, who obviously we know here in New York. And then you don't have, you know, Kittle, I guess you could say he's a Hall of Famer, but he's on the end of his career, but he's out. McCaffrey's the big star in this game.
He is, and it's and Seattle's defense and the Seattle's fan base and their stadium.
Yeah,
it's like that's what they're banking their whole life on, the 12th man, their defense, someone lighting the torch right before. There's a whole, like, it really is a big deal.
Unseasonably warm, 50 degrees,
that's
sunny.
Why that game was so important. If they lose that game and they're in San Francisco, do you know what San Francisco,
wind, like, cold, nightmare.
It's just, yeah, exactly. And their fan base is pretty tough too. So,
and it's a night game.
That's where the points are coming from. Like you said, we understand that, but I think that stuff kind of in some ways goes out the window. Like, you can't determine these plays. These guys are nervous. This is a guy who's going to touch a ball in the first play, and he's going to get hit, and that ball is going to be fumbled, and it's just going to be like, game on, it's over, it's 7-0. Then you put him 3 and out, you're down 14-0. Games can get crazy, and so, you know, you can have a game plan all you want, but the playoffs are different. Christian McCaffrey can say, I'm winning this game all on my own, and as long as Brock Purdy makes the right decisions, that will happen.
And that's what he does. I mean, he's not like, he doesn't make big
throws.
He doesn't make mistakes, though. He doesn't make mistakes.
You said who's the superstar. You said who's the best guy on the field.
McCaffrey's the superstar, obviously.
And I look back and I go, that's who I'm putting my money on.
Okay, listen, but Seattle.
And you're giving me 7 points? You're giving me Christian McCaffrey and 7 points?
Seattle shut them down. 3 weeks ago, San Francisco didn't put a ball in the end zone.
You think they're going to come back and blank them again? I don't think so.
No, I'm not saying they're going to blank them.
Totally different. I think no, but I think you get to where they are being good coaches and good offenses and certain things they were. You know, listen, maybe I'm dead wrong in this.
Who's the better quarterback? Who's the better quarterback in this game?
Brock Purdy. It's Brock Purdy. You don't realize it, but it is. He's people talking about it like he's the most underrated quarterback. When people start saying that, like the greatest
he went to the Super Bowl already.
No, and it's just one of those. He wasn't supposed to be. Yeah, we'll see. Do it for 6 or 7 years, bud, and we'll believe you. That's what he's gonna get. Watch.
Yeah,
he's gonna be right. He's gonna be in this scenario every year for the next 3-4 years, and every year. I mean, if he wins a Super Bowl, great. There you go. But if he doesn't, it's gonna be like like, you know. They're just not
he's the last pick in the draft. Everybody passed over him 6 times. So I mean, you know, nobody.
That's why. The people didn't believe Tom Brady because he was so good at making the playoffs. They believed him because he started winning Super Bowls.
Yeah, no, of course.
It's two different things. He wouldn't have been. People think he's Tom Brady. He was not Tom Brady, and he would not have been if he didn't have that Vinatieri kick something perfect in the snow.
Yeah, Vinatieri saved him a bunch of times.
No, but I mean, it's really like
saved him in the Super Bowl 2 weeks later after the kick in the snow.
Will never be that guy until you really hit that elite level. And one is just making the Super Bowl, because like a Joe Burrow did that in his early years.
Brock Purdy's played the Super Bowl. First year, right? The second year, maybe?
But it wasn't him doing it. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't like known as it was like
his team.
The Brock Purdy show. Yeah, no, he wasn't asked to be this. He will need that in the next couple of years. It will be the Brock Purdy show. And so he can then become that next level guy. But he's going to be in this position every year. So he's going to have that Terry Bradshaw opportunity of I'm here every year. And how many of these do I get in, you know, am I able to not lose? Is the key for these quarterbacks. So now we go from that to the game that I really am looking forward to. The early game, 4:30, Bills, Broncos. Broncos obviously being led by the kid, you know, the second-year quarterback, right? I think Bo Nix, second year.
Who's he's played well, but the Broncos have also, don't forget, the Giants had like a 3-touchdown lead in the fourth quarter against the Broncos in Denver.
Broncos
they come
lose
back.
This game.
Now I agree too. But then now you got Josh Allen, who's on the hurt ankle, who pulled them out of the fire again last week. Again, they were going to lose that game to Jacksonville, and they had no business losing that game to Jacksonville. I don't care if you're on the road or not.
No.
Bills are a better team than Jacksonville against the younger quarterbacks. They got to win today, too. Bills' defense is not great, though. Bills' defense is not great, and I can see them getting burned.
Great, and you couldn't name 3 other starters on the Bills' offense outside of Josh Allen, maybe even 2. It's impossible. Nobody knows who their receiver is. You couldn't tell me who, outside of James Cook, who their running backs are. And other than that, you couldn't name. I'm telling you, nobody has any clue. It's great, but it's the Josh Allen show. And sometimes when you shut down, you have a one-trick pony, and it's really a two-trick pony.
This might be the game. They got a good defense, Denver.
You shut them down, and you cut that one thing off, you got nothing left. You used to have Stephon Diggs, where if you did that, we're going to throw go balls. You don't have him no more. No, and so, it's not the same. And they can say it all they want. They're 1 or 2 weapons away from being one of the best offenses ever. And Josh Allen keeps saying, I got it on my own, guys. I got it on my own.
But eventually, right? Jacksonville's not a great defense. This is a good defense.
Last week. That guy almost got killed last week. Yeah, Josh Allen almost got killed last week.
Yeah, I know. And he has the bad ankle. It
was rough to watch.
He comes up limping every week.
Oh yeah, he was fine. He's a gamer, but he's the guy who's going to come back in. And I thought even last week was that time where he was too injured to probably go back in and kept going anyway.
Oh yeah, if something happens, he goes out. It's over. I mean,
his hands not even working, and he's just out there. Whatever it is, it's all crazy with these guys. But they're all getting injured. You watch it, and the key factor in half these games was quarterback's finger got crushed, or Josh Allen is in the tent, or whatever it is, and go, which one of these teams has the best backup plan to put back in? And let me tell you, there's no replacing Josh Allen. And Brock Purdy at least has a backup. Sam Darnold, they've seen, I don't even remember, but it's not easy, man. And if one of these guys goes down, this whole ship goes down for some of these teams.
Yeah, and listen, and like I said, he's been doing it all year. And maybe he's got a couple magic left in him. I hope he does, because I'll tell you what, McGordy's Super Bowl party, whatever. Bills, Bears. I'm sitting home and watching that game. That's gonna be a good game. I'm gonna be on rec hours anyway, but still, I mean, this is gonna be that's gonna be, because the Bears are the kind of team of destiny. Everybody's darling of the Bears because they haven't been there for so long. They seem like they got the bravado and everything like that. And then you got the Bills, who know have been tortured with Super Bowls.
I know, and you say that, and it's gonna be Patriots. I've been saying this all year. I don't want it to be.
Bills Patriots would be a great one, though, too.
I want to say the Patriots are going to beat the Bills, but just from listening to myself last 2 minutes.
Josh Allen's better than obviously than any quarterback in here. He's the only legendary quarterback that's here.
Josh Allen is going to need 2 things. He's going to need a turnover-free day. Almost impossible. He's going to need them to make a turnover on Bo Nix. And he's going to need Sean Payton's playbook to burn.
And they got to run the ball. They got to run the ball. They got a good run game, the Bills.
Oh, of course they do. And that's the key. It's going to be Josh Allen running it. And, it's going to be the RPO, James Cook. If he has a good day, then they're going to go off and run. Because then Josh Allen can yank that ball back and run all day or pass it all day. But if James Cook starts getting swallowed up early, Josh Allen's going to be the focus. It's not going to be quite as easy. But I have a Sean Payton extra week of practicing, knowing of who's probably going to be coming and playing us.
Right, you had said nearly impossible Josh Allen turnover, right? Not happen.
Not to have a turnover.
Hold on. Wait, where is it? Hold on. Let's see, Josh Allen. No. Oh yeah, here it is. Here it is, right here. So Josh Allen is the first player in NFL history with 0 turnovers in the last 6 playoff starts. In his last 6 starts, he's 16 turnovers, 0.
I love it.
I love 16 it. Touchdowns, 0 turnovers. Incredible, right? It is incredible. The first player to ever do it.
He will turn the ball over at least 2 times today. And he turns
it over twice. They're screwed. They're not going to win if he turns it over twice.
You know what it is? He is very. You know what? He takes the nasty sacks.
He just runs everybody over.
Fumble away. He throws it away the right times. He knows how to. He's
been here before. He's been here every year. The Bills. This is their annual trip to the divisional round.
He's very slick. I will give you that. But we have all watched Josh Allen. You can say whatever we want in the playoffs. Great. He's done in the playoffs. I don't believe that this stat means anything in the entire
Well,
world.
no, because someone puts a helmet on the
all.
ball at the wrong spot, it's
Good
going to come
for him.
out no matter
But
who you
you
are.
watch, if you want to go back to regular season, those stats do not hold up. They do not hold water as you would have, you know.
He throws
that's
picks.
just-
But
that
hey,
is-
listen, the Bills.
But I'm just saying, we've all seen those games of Josh Allen many a year where he has a 4 turnover
Yeah,
game.
but that's
whether it
his
be
greatness.
fumbles
That's his greatness.
or-
Is he doesn't do it in the playoffs.
It is, but those games, I agree. It still is not translated to beating the other guys. Now the other guys aren't there. He got very lucky, I will say, last week. Lucky after going out, and I will say it's not. You know, they should have lost that game.
And they
at
left
point.
too much time on the clock.
Yes.
Jacksonville would the interception was not Trevor Lawrence's fault. Went off the guy's hands, right into the breadbasket of the Bills.
Yeah.
First play of the drive, game over. There's a minute and a half left. All they needed was a field goal to push that thing into overtime.
I think that the more I think about it, I just don't know. This game is such a tough pick to me. I had the Broncos losing in the first round for their first playoff game all year. Bob's got the Bills going, so we know where he's going with it. I don't think the Bills have that extra firepower or receiver to get there. So it's a tough pick for me. I just think
This is a good. I think it's gonna be a good game because you got Bo Nix is gonna turn it over probably more likely than Josh Allen. Josh Allen, we just saw that stat. You got Bo Nix, who's a kid. First time. Yeah. This is first time, right? First go around in the playoffs for him. I think there's a bigger chance he turns it over. The defense of Denver is good. It's not Seattle defense. It's not as good as them. I don't think we saw the Giants torch the Broncos in the first half of that game. Yeah. They were up big. You know, obviously they blew it, but they were up big. I've seen Denver get torched by other teams. They've also had some good games. Seattle too. I don't think all these teams are flawed. There's not a Chiefs that's like, okay, just pencil them into the Super Bowl.
That's why this is supposed to be Josh Allen's
year. Gotta be. It's got to be his year. It's got to be his year.
And the Bills have to be absolutely kicking themselves for not for letting Stephon
not
Diggs
getting the home field,
replacing him,
and for not getting the home field.
No, but that's part of it. You know what I mean?
They lost that game to New England. That's what
not recognizing that this is the moment. Like all year, like you have to realize, like they kind of felt like they were going to run away with the division. That not really the case. They thought they were going to like do all the. They didn't add, like, they think Josh Allen can just do it on his own and they can, like, say these mediocre or above mediocre. Imagine you gave him greatness out there with him. Like, yeah, they have a great line. You know, yeah, they have a great running back. Yeah, Josh Allen's great. But if you just added one great piece that they had to focus on in the secondary, that would unlock everything for them. And they're one piece away, and they should be kicking themselves for not realizing that the Super Bowl was theirs this year if they just
this was it. This is their year.
Huge guy.
No Mahomes, no Burrow, no Jackson. This is the year. This is their chance.
Realized it.
Hey, listen, they're still in it. They're still in it, bro. You don't come out yet. They're still in it. Is the bye a good thing for these teams, for Seattle, for Denver? You got two bye teams playing today.
The record is, I believe, like 7-2 or something like that. So 7-2. They've only been good.
No, they've been doing byes forever.
But whatever. Right? It's something range. I don't know if it's the last however many. They've only, so it's not 100% like you're gonna win no matter what.
No, you're getting a home game too, so it's better anyway. It's better anyway because you get the home game.
It's not a killer thing. I like prep. It depends on your coach. I believe a lot of it has to do with your coach. And when your coach is Sean Payton or someone like Belichick, and you give them that week, that's exactly what I think is. I think that matters and is a positive.
Because some people say like, oh, you come out cold, you come out rusty, they jump all over you. All of a sudden it's 21-3 and you're screwed, right?
But do they have this stuff down to a better science now of how, much live should we do and how much, this and contact and simulated games, and same thing with baseball. There's sometimes where you had that like 7-day layoff or whoever it was last year, and you're like, they went and played real games at home, like versus like whoever. And it was like, that's the best way they could deal with it. So I don't know. I think a guy like Sean Payton's going to have him prepared 100%. I think that's a big part of it. Do you have
Sean Payton, Sean Payton, he's going to come and play.
Control the locker room. You have a game plan. You give him an extra week to study up on whoever. Oh yeah, that's the key factor I think in this game. Being home, Sean Payton, defense.
Plus, it's football. You get your ass kicked all year, right? It's nice to have a week off. It's not like baseball where all of a sudden you go cold with hitting. You forget how to hit. You forget. You're getting your ass kicked every week for
it's like
7
it's
months.
Like the Giants with the boat trip, just like the Giants. You're right. Just like the Giants.
As long as you
with
don't
the
go
boat
on the boat trip, as long as you don't go on the boat trip, you'll be all right. The Giants, Giants got themselves a coach now.
You're a professional athlete. You finally did everything and achieved everything you've been waiting for is to get to the playoffs. Let's fuck off for the week and see how that goes. Like, give me a break. Go to work. Show up and go to work.
Yeah, I listen. I think that, and they're usually favored, right? Usually playing a team coming off a wild card game, a tough game where you can
celebrate nothing. No, it's guys out there celebrating nothing, taking a week off, pretending like they won the championship, and then you watch guys like Tom Brady, and they'd be in the office the next day, and that's the difference between the championship or not. Some of these guys are celebrating getting in, and other guys are looking for a Super Bowl win, and it's two different things. And Josh Allen's looking for the Super Bowl win. I feel Bo Nix and Sean Payton are on the right track, but there's somebody out there on some team that's just not, getting it, and we're about to find out because some teams show up flat, and we're going to see.
I'm excited for the first game. I think the first game, for some reason, I just don't have the interest in the second one. Tomorrow, we'll cover tomorrow's games tomorrow, 11 o'clock. Mancini, Brad, we got your boy coming on. Mancini's coming on. He texted me yesterday.
Report.
Said,
we got to get us all live one day somewhere. We got to get out to LA.
Well, they got
LA for a Mets game.
Yeah. We got LA's, they're stealing all the place.
Mark.
Yeah, I want to go see the Mets win. I don't want to see them play in LA where they're going to.
LA's going to be the biggest disappointment in the history of sports this year.
That's what he said. He texted me. Mancini texted me yesterday. He said, "I'm still the only one out here, but I'm still calling it. The Dodgers missed the playoffs."
I'm in. I'm in. I agree.
You two
totally agree.
You two are crazy. Now, the Harbaugh. Giants, let's do this real quick. Giants and Harbaugh. Hold on 1 second. Let me get this one.
Yeah.
Harbaugh signed with the Giants, right? So we got that. He is our new head coach. The Giants, I think that's it. I think the losing and the drought and the just disaster of a football in New York is over.
What?
Not courtesy of the Jets. It's the Giants.
Can he play defense?
The Giants have good defense, right? They got the guys going to wear LT's jersey next year.
Then listen, you guys, if I just really hope the Maras have taken LT's DNA and there's like a 12-year-old boy out there somewhere that is LT reincarnated. So one of these guys has got it going, right? You have to, Bob.
I don't know. There's not another LT out there. There's not an LT. They look like Bob, LT in high school.
Bob, you can clone anything. We could take LT's DNA. We cloned him. By this point,
they've done it 20 times. They've ended up in jail every time before they hit 18, Brett.
No, Bob. We changed the environment, Bob. We leave the same genetics, but we changed.
They all ended up in jail.
Bob, it's like Rocky IV. It's like what we do to the Russian in Rocky IV.
No, and they did good with it until high school. And then the kid gets to high school and gets introduced to some kind of substance, and that's it. He's in jail by the time he leaves high school.
Do you think John Harbaugh is now old man coach, and that's not the guy you were like thinking?
No, he's not. I don't think he is. No, he's not old man coach.
He's old man. They're old man. You don't think they're as old as they are? How old is John Harbaugh? How old is John Harbaugh?
55.
Pull it up.
How old do you think he is?
I think he's closer to 65, 70. 70?
You think he's 70? Look at him. He's not 70. John Harbaugh.
I don't know what it is.
You're always wrong on these two.
I know. 63.
63? Oh, okay. 63.
Old man coach coming in. Unrelatable. Gonna try and act cool. Not
63 is old. 63 is old.
I told you, he's older than you think he is.
Oh man, that makes us so old because like I put up that, that clip of the Colts.
Too. It does make a difference, and I don't think he's that guy because he's always the young guy. But the problem is this: what you eventually have to just accept you're the older coach. And if you try to be that
he never stopped coaching. He never stopped coaching.
No,
it's not like Gibbs when Gibbs came back.
No, but he had that. He was there for 18 years.
I know. It's a whole another thing.
So that's a very different thing when you have that in and you've got this whatever. Now you have to reestablish. Year ones are not easy for any coach. Sean Payton is the perfect example of that.
Yeah, but we go 8-8 or 8-9 or 9-8. I can live with that, right? That's a huge improvement.
No, I agree. You guys are good. I've been saying this all year. You guys are so much more set up than I believe the Jets are, and you have the guys that you pretend you don't have.
Jets don't have a coach.
No, right. But no, you have the right guy there. I just would like to see because sometimes sometimes it doesn't go as well as you think in
No,
terms
of
of like
course,
this guy's
you know,
going to come in and think I'm going to be that exact same guy and act the same way, and this locker room may not respond.
But
to
he's
that.
done it
These
all.
guys
He's
are
done it in other
young,
places, right? He went to Michigan.
These guys are
bam,
young.
championship.
His
He came
first
to
year
the
there,
rate.
put it this way, the age gap in his first year there, 18 years ago, when he was, say, 40 or say
47?
43, 45,
Yeah, 48,
whatever
48.
it was.
No, 48.
From guys coming in the league. The guys coming in the league, though, were now 22, 23, and you go, he's like an 18-year difference.
He's like their
Now you
parent
look-
then. Now he's a
He's got
grandparent.
a 40
Now he's grandpa.
plus year difference. He's got a 40 plus year difference. Like, so it really, I'd like to see how this goes
I can't
with
believe
him.
he's
But
63.
Great coach. Great coach.
Yeah,
See, I got that one, Bob. I finally got one. I finally got one.
You usually you got that one. You're right. Now, two things before we go. First, let me go here and let's get your. Hold on 1 second.
Great. Anyway, great hire by the Giants. That's the best thing you could have done.
Yeah, of course.
Good for them.
Of course it is. Listen, they got their guy, right? They didn't let him leave the building. He left the building. 3 hours later, he got the.
Just like when you do that, nothing but disappointment coming. Just like the Dodgers next year, nothing but disappointment coming. When you do things like that, it's just disappointment coming. Don't worry.
So,
you had a chance lose your last 2 games, Joe Shane, by the way, and you had all the picks in the world. This would have been the golden goose, and I would have agreed with you. You would have been winning a playoff game next year if you dumbos decided to lose 2 more games.
Who you got today? 2 games.
All right. I still haven't. I'm still so on the fence. I think the Broncos defense pulls it off. I don't want to see Bo Nix win, and I said they were going to lose their first game. I now am totally yanking that back, and I am in for the Broncos. I don't even know what the spread is. It's Broncos.
Spread's
money
1.5. Bills are 1.5 plus 1.5.
That's what I figured. Yeah, that's what
it's
I
right
figured.
there. It's a
So,
pick 'em.
yeah.
It's a pick 'em.
It's a pick 'em game. Broncos. And yeah, what do you got about
Seattle. I got the Bills. I got the Bills by 3, a late win. I think the Bills win. Josh Allen. I'm taking Josh Allen. Is who I'm taking.
You're right. You were right about that last week, and I was right about the rest. I think so.
I don't know about that. Were you right about the? What was the other?
All of it. All of it.
Every single word. Every single word. Every single word. And then tonight, I'm gonna take Seattle. I just think the defense is gonna. I think the injuries are too much for San Francisco, and I think Seattle beats them 10 points. I'm gonna say 10 points.
I will take Christian McCaffrey beating the Seattle Seahawks by himself.
So two things
facilitates these fake handoffs, which are really little passes, and that's that.
Yeah, that's how he gets his stuff. He's a game manager. He's a game manager, is what he is. But he's a good. He doesn't make mistakes. You don't.
He's
need
not a loser. All you have to be is not a loser in the playoffs.
It's like me not taking. It's like me laughing at your bets because you only get $10 on the 100.
Yeah, oh, you made it $10, idiot.
I lost the 50.
Yeah, that's bad. I could have won $1 million.
Yeah. I could have exactly. I got a 12-team parlay. 10,
sucker.
Yeah, and I'm always that's the problem with me. So now we got.
No, that's what I do. I just talk it like I don't do it. Then I'm about to put up
because you're like, do I really want to be rooting for this thing all day for $20?
The dead opposite of everything I just said, too.
All right, so now I just quickly to bring you up a thing you were wrong about.
Oh, I like this.
You're at one of your hacks. Your backwards lateral. I got the answer for you.
Okay.
The clock doesn't stop on a backwards lateral out of bounds.
I like it
by the offense. So that's why that's not allowed. So if you throw it out of bounds,
I like that.
The clock doesn't. That you know what that means? That means they thought of it. That they were going to fumble it on purpose out of bounds to get them out of bounds. It means they thought of that situation. The clock doesn't stop on a backwards lateral by the offense out of bounds. And I think it's in like the last 10 minutes.
It would have worked.
It would have worked. It wasn't written in the original rules.
And some brilliant individual like myself.
They don't have an inventor of football, right? Like, it's not like Doubleday, Nelson Doubleday, whether he did it or not.
No, they just pretend it's like Lombardi or something.
Yeah. All right, so we got opposite picks here. 4:30, Bills at Broncos. Should be a good one tonight, 8 o'clock on Fox. Seattle hosting San Francisco. It's going to be good weather in there. And some of these games this weekend is going to be like 10 degrees like Chicago. It's like 3 below. It's going to be a miserable day.
Let me tell you, that's the difference of you stick these kickers out there for like 2 hours in the freezing cold, and you're just like, here, just crush this ball on a rock hard ground and shift just a quarter of an inch to the left. And it's like
Seattle tonight, 50 degrees and sunny and clear. So you never know.
And
Rains
it really
every day.
usually it's rainy and miserable there
Yeah.
every day. But they have.
But that place
it's
will be rocking. Good crowd there. It'll be fun.
Bob never checks if it's a dome or not anymore either. So
Yeah,
that's an
yeah.
issue too.
Just let
So
the AI do it.
So
for
Bob
me.
just checks the weather and sees what happens. And
I
it's
actually, no,
75
since
and
that
70
happened, I checked
they
the
said-
weather.
They
75
said
and 70.
75 and clear every game this year in Atlanta. It's just so weird.
I pointed that out too. I was like, that's a dome too. That's and it was like 70 and sunny. All right, so enjoy the games, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow, 11 a.m. Brett, Bob Mancini tomorrow. Right now, it's just been Brett, Bob Walters from the Brian Gunzel Studios. Enjoy the games, everybody. We'll talk to you tomorrow. See ya.